the joke was when he first left was, don't go down there and fall in love and, bring a girl back home. And sure enough, he does.
She gets a face, and it's just like this face. That's when the strong personality comes out, and that would be my biggest concern.
Welcome to Analyze That. Today we are looking at the themes of TLC's 90 Day Fiancé. What piqued my interest was the antics of Big Ed. And judging by the instrumental and Miss Karen, yes, it's going to get a lot stupider. So stick around. Premiering on January 12, 2014, the show follows several couples to the altar while on the process of the K-1 visa. 90 Day Fiancé follows the journey through family drama, cultural differences, and other obstacles during the 90-day period.
$450. And then she emailed me back and there was immediate sparks. Yeah, it was like firecrackers and everything was just booming off. She's kind, she's smart, funny.
What makes 90 Day Fiancé a cultural phenomenon is seeing how far people are willing to go to find love, build a life, and start a family. Two things are going on here. The American is giving up time and money, and the foreigner is uprooting their whole life to start new with their spouse. Or elsewhere.
She's marrying my dad.
Oh, marrying her dad, I mean. Sorry.
I mean, he is weird, yeah.
I am not an ageist person, but I do have a concern with the dynamics played out on the show when it comes to the age gap. For an older woman with a young non-US resident spouse, I find the compatibility unbelievable. If the money and the K-1 visa wasn't there, would these young men be involved with a mature, frumpy, and plain woman? And I hate to hit below the jugular, but looks do play a part. You can try and tell me that beauty is in the eye of the beholder and mess like that, but I live by the rules of reality. And reality tells me that these two people are unequally yoked.
It's not pure love. No, I cannot call that pure love.
Oh, white lady, who wants her money? She should run away.
This gives me the impression that the older spouse sees their younger spouse as a boy toy or sex tourist. The older spouse, they already have their life and career established. They already have their own children. I do not blame them if they do not want to raise more kids in their 40s or 50s. I personally would not. They are also expected to fit into the household and do other mundane routines in order to gain companionship and citizenship.
I want my sex tonight. If you don't give me my sex tonight, I will call the immigration. I will get you deported.
As a young woman, it inherently disgusts me seeing a younger woman in a relationship with an older man. Who is older has the most power. And I'm acting like this is a brand new concept. Age gap marriages have been around for a long time. The concept is taboo these days because women, we have more opportunities to be independent and not entirely dependent on a man. Ladies, if you are going to mess with a younger man, you need to keep the grass watered. I mean, for example, take Darcy. Or take Kenneth. You couldn't tell me this man was a day over 30.
Love is what respect is. You don't.
In a relationship, tensions with family sometimes arise. This definitely happens on the show.
If this kind of situation and when Libby's family is around, we always have drama over here because they're always gonna find some mud in the puddle to throw at each other. That's what it is.
There are moments where family members do welcome the foreign spouse with open arms.
Since I met Daniel, we've had an incredible connection. We bonded from the word go. I really love him. And he climbed into my heart so quick.
I've never been fishing before.
Never?
No.
Don't you guys fish in America?
Nope.
You like it?
Yeah.
I'm glad you...
Yet it is understandable to be suspicious about the non-U.S. resident who's marrying their family member. That person is coming to the family fold, and it is going to change the dynamic forever. Moments like these remind me of movies like Bridesmaids or Four Sisters and a Wedding, where the focus isn't really on the bride or the groom. It is how the friends or family members react and get along with the change.
Do you feel happy right now?
How do you feel? Well, all mother because you act like she's a lover.
That family is sometimes the only family for the foreign spouse to have support on top of their American spouses. But no family drama takes the cake more than the Everetts, aka the family Chantel.
Okay,
wait, she just called me a bitch. You just called me a bitch?
Yes.
You are a whore, and you will not disrespect me like this today. Good night. Ass bitch, ass slut, ass whore.
Even if Chantel lied about Pedro's immigration status as a student visa, the family was going to have distrust anyways. The Everetts and Jimenos can play dirty when it comes to family drama. I think that Dad Thomas is trying to build a relationship. I tend to feel like Chantel's mother, Karen, can be shady. Miss Lydia is messy as well. In one scene serving chicken feet to her guests. She could have served the Everetts some pastelon, some magou, some chicharron, or other Dominican specialties. But no, she decides to serve chicken feet. The showdown that took place happened in their home, not Lydia's home. Lydia and Nicole's antics are apples to oranges when it comes to the family Chantel.
And Thomas, is there anything that you should apologize to Pedro for?
Pedro, I apologize for pulling your sister's weave out.
You got your weave snatched out.
But I have to protect my children and myself.
You know, you walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
The tit for tat must be a strain on the couple. Hopefully they will make it through this circuit.
You seem upset.
Yeah, because I just don't understand why you voted it, but you still don't have anything.
I had a...
Some of the individuals featured on the franchise sell their foreigner spouses on a false promise. The foreigner spouse believes that they will be taken care of.
Porque a gente tem bebê, então não faz sentido viver aqui. Eu não tô impressionado com esses lugares. Eu prefiro a minha casa no Brasil.
So, the show will sometimes portray the foreigner as a gold digger or opportunist. Viewers will find that the American spouse failed to live up to their word.
So basically you're saying if I can't provide, I'm worthless to you.
I don't understand what's wrong about it. If I was ugly and fat, would you be dating me?
Say what you want about Anfisa, but she was always upfront about wanting to be taken care of. The joke is on George, since he sold his soon-to-be former wife on sweet nothings. The foreign spouse cannot work during that period, so most of that financial strain is on the American.
Whole visa process. Chris had the co-sponsor to help David bring you here to prove that David had the means to provide for you. Did you know that?
I know that.
We must talk about Devin and Ji-hoon because it also happens outside of the US. If you follow Devin's YouTube channel, she talks about her birthing experience with her and Ji-hoon's son, Taeyong. So to see her go through this with Ji-hoon is a slap in the face and speaks volumes.
While he took a part-time job just so he could take more naps is ridiculous. You lied to me, and that's not okay because I gave up my good job to come here, and we don't even have a good life here because you don't work.
Andre and Elizabeth look like a lovely couple, but Andre's demeanor does come off badly on the show. He has his big bravado and traditional household views, but viewers can catch him showing his tail as he seems to live off Elizabeth's father, Chuck. Some people do not have no business in applying for the K-1 visa. Nicole is spending money on someone who apparently doesn't love her. Nicole's incompetence is an upset to family, viewers, and cast members. How will she bring a Zion to the US if she cannot take care of herself? The only person who is hurt in this situation is her daughter, May. It makes me wonder, how do these couples get the K-1 visa in the first place?
So you're crying now to make people feel sorry? Don't you know that people got used to you crying like that?
On 90 Day Fiancé, it seems as though two entities determine the citizenship of the non-US resident. First the US government, and then the spouse.
Thousands of dollars on this woman. I've bailed her out twice. I paid for her lawyer.
If things go sour between the American couples, then the American spouse will threaten the foreigner spouse's chance to remain in America.
It's not your country. It's not your house. You don't have the keys of this country. I'm gonna stay here.
There was a moment in the Happily Ever After season where Donald Trump is invoked due to his viewpoints on immigration during his presidency.
This stereotype about beautiful Russian woman dating some American man just for money, but who would want to date a broke man?
At the start of their storyline, fans were turned off by Anfisa's behavior and was made to be the villain in the relationship.
You have money, that's when she spreads her legs. Yeah, walk away because you're a little girl. You need to grow up. You don't know anything. I feel like he's suffering. I'm not gonna let him just be happy.
I couldn't find a clip, but I do remember for the reunion special of season 3 of Happily Ever After, where George was egging host Sean Robinson to reveal what Anfisa did for a living. It was sad and disgusting to see George play tit for tat on national television. The tides changed later on in their storyline as we see George went from a simp with failed promises to a liar with the truth being brought to life.
Does Lourdes know that you're back with Anfisa?
Yeah.
When is the last time you talked to Lourdes?
I don't know.
Was it when you went to the divorce lawyers?
What do you mean?
No, I went. What? No, I didn't.
So this is mouthwash, and I got you a cute toothbrush. Your breath is not pretty.
Ugh, don't get me started on this guy. Big Ed's narcissism and lies encompass the whole season of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Day.
Really? I don't see you two still happily together.
It doesn't matter what you see.
Everybody else sees it, Muhammad. You are a fraud.
It doesn't matter.
Enough.
Manipulation happens on the behalf of the non-US resident spouse. I really hope Lita took a look at herself because that woman was a piece of work. For example, we have Molly and Luis. Viewers will remember when Luis gaslighted Molly into believing she worshipped owls when addressing his lack of engagement in her and her children's lives.
Make me lose my mind. I can't deal with this. You are blaming an object.
You want to speak about this? Let me finish.
Why don't you blame your porn?
Eventually, Luis leaves, and fans of the show find that he has a new wife. Thankfully, Molly has not filed for adjustment of status, but this man finessed her and the 90 Day Fiancé crew. Cast members are speaking out about scripted scenes by producers. Reality TV has been around for a long time to where we know that production is manipulated. Please keep this in mind, especially in the next theme, cultural differences.
I'm sorry that I wasn't born in Jordan. I'm sorry that I don't know Islam. I'm sorry that I can't speak Arabic. I'm sorry that I'm not good enough for Yazan. Like, I don't get it. I'm sorry.
It is typical for a foreigner spouse to be compounded with any issues like cultural differences. The spouses on the show have to balance learning American culture, learning a new language, and maintaining their respective culture.
America, there are lots of white people crowded all the place, and also the city, it's very cold and really like it.
For the Other Way Around series, viewers see unpleasant reactions from Americans when seeing their partners' living situations and cultures.
This bathroom looks like something from one of the Saw movies. I can smell the molds coming from the bathroom. Oh my God. My mom is gonna hate this place, and she's gonna grab me to the side and be like, you can't live here. You can't live in these conditions with a baby.
As viewers see in the first few episodes of The Other Way Around, Brittany has no respect for Jordanian culture.
هو اللي أهلي حذروني منه. بريتني يا إما إنها هي مش فاهمة أو إنها هي غير مهتمة.
She appears not to comply with Yazan's culture, and these two will likely end their relationship.
That's not a good answer.
You can help me? I was hoping it would help me financially. They can send me money as often as possible, where I would really appreciate it.
What do you think about working until you start?
A little bit of stress.
Well, I think in America, you know, people do it. I mean, when I went to school, I worked.
Well, I'm not in America, I'm in Jamaica.
So we don't really need to financially help you.
Now Marcel thinks he can deceive us, but does he know that TLC is internationally broadcast?
Oh my God, the N-word is dropped in almost every comment.
Like they were flinging the N-word and some slavery stuff and all of that.
Sometimes the good intent to be concerned for their family or friend does turn out to be xenophobic or racist.
My son's married to a crazy woman. Can't trust her. I figured it out. Yeah? I'm gonna go to America, marry the guy, and the day of their wedding, I'm gonna feed them all rat poison. Yeah.
We see in season 2 of the flagship show, Danny's dad voicing disapproval because of his belief of hardships for an interracial couple. It is typical for those of Asian and Pacific Islander descent to cling to whiteness, but y'all not ready for that talk. So what have we learned here? Own up on your faults. Thanks, Dad. Cut your losses. Get off the ship before it sinks. If not, work it out. Make boom boom and live it up. Enjoy the blessings. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.
Get out of my life!